Yeah.
So, going back to what you said, who specifically would you name captain on this team?
I go back and forth. So I was on the Troy Terry train for the longest time, and I still think he would be a great choice, especially because he's locked in. That was a 7-year deal he signed last year, so he's got 6 more years now where he's locked in. He's only, I want to say 20.
Yes.
He's got to be what, 27 years old now?
He is
27,
26. I have a
26.
put up on my thing next to me.
Okay, all right. I was like, whew. But, still, not one of the young guys, but still, he's locked in. He's going to be a part of that core. He played under Getzlaff, really, played on a line with Getzy his last year, so really went under his wing and kind of got that mentorship from him before he retired. And I really think it was the smart move to not have a captain after Getzlaff had been there and worn the C for so long, because it really gives a chance for a guy to, if there's no C, you have to have a guy step up. Somebody has to step up without having the letter, and just kind of shows who the natural leader is, who wants to be there, take control, say something, something to the team here. And I saw a lot of positive, signs from Terry, especially dealing with the media, speaking up for his players, standing up for his players too. I mean, I think back to the Jay Beagle, Trevor Zegras incident in Arizona, 2 seasons ago that was, and Terry was one of the first guys in there to defend him. Took a nice took a nice black eye from Jay Beagle. Like it's one of those things where you really step up, step in. Mason McTavish is a guy whose name's been thrown around, obviously captaining that Team Canada team. People are looking at him. I wouldn't hate it. I would be shocked if they picked him. I think Big Boy, and you always see him. He's always involved when there's scrums and things like that. Yep. Kid needs to stay out of the box though. So if they're gonna make him if they're gonna make him the captain, I think you got to see more discipline from him in that regard. But it wouldn't shock me if they went younger. I hope they do. Like I said, a dark horse candidate for me, honestly, is Leo. I also see signs. I really see a lot of leadership looks from Cutter Gauthier as well. Just the way he handles himself and kind of the maturity there. But obviously, you're not going to give a rookie the C, especially he's not a generational talent. Like respectfully, amazing player, but it's not like you're seeing a McDavid or Gretzky here. So it's not. It's one of those instances where you make an exception for a guy that's played one NHL game.
Would it be crazy though if they named him captain after one NHL game?
One game. Oh my!
I mean, God. That would be something Pat Verbeek would do.
Totally. I was telling somebody the other day. I was like, Verbeek loves a curveball. We know that. And, people throwing around Radko Gudas, Alex Killorn. And I was just like, I see alternates for them for sure. I think it's when Getzlaff was named the captain back, I want to say, Niedermeyer retired in 2010, so Getzlaff was the captain 2010, 2011. They had Timu and Saku Koivu as the alternates. And they even offered it to Saku because he had been captain of Montreal for so long. And Saku said, nope, this is Getzy's team. I'll take the A. And I think it helped having, you have a young captain, because I think Getzlaff at the time must have been 25, 26, so young guy still, not young, but relatively young. In his prime, exactly. But you have those veterans around him to kind of help in that regard. So I think having a veteran as one of the A's, and then maybe one of the younger guys as an alternate. So, like, giving Leo the A, or McTavish the A, I think would be a good move, just as they're maturing, transitioning, and really coming into their roles as NHL players. I think if they were going to give Cam Fowler the C, they would have given it to him already. So I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. And I don't think he stays past. He's got 2 more years on his deal, I believe. If you have that up, I'm sure you could tell me. But
he's also 32. So by the time that deal's, he's probably going to get traded next season. To be honest,
next season, that's what I'm predicting. Yeah, or even this season to a contender. Because the Ducks have the ability to retain some of that cap too, which is nice. Even though you want to avoid dead cap as much as you can. But if I'm picking today, Troy Terry's the safe pick, I think. But if I'm gonna be bold, Leo was Pat's pick at number 2. So
he was.
My bold pick is Leo. My safe pick is Troy Terry.
I like that. I think my pick would be Terry, but I could see the other ones too.
Yeah. I hope they don't go older. That's my only thing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, again, too, like, this is a young team. Like, if you go a guy, like, I remember when this, like, the Sabres, like, a few years ago, they went with Kyle Okposo, and he
yeah,
literally just got traded. Like,
yeah,
not even 3 years later. So, it would make sense to name someone that is young who can, stay with the team for a much longer period of time. And I think Terry would be probably the safe pick. But again, could be someone else. So,
yeah. It'll be
looking
interesting.
at the draft this past year with the Anaheim Ducks,